Good afternoon, guys, and we are live. How you doing, Clyde?
Good, Chris. How are you?
Not too bad. Just getting ready for another night of work here, unfortunately. How was your day?
Oh, fairly decent.
Okay, not too busy.
No, no. Last couple of days were busy, and just like one. Well, no, actually, I think there were like uh, two or three misdemeanors in the morning, and then one arraignment in the afternoon. So fairly light, quick work.
What's up, man? Hey, Peter. What are you guys wearing? What watch you wearing today, Clyde?
I kind of hate to say it. I'm just wearing the Apple Watch, the current Apple Watch again,
I
current
gotcha.
iteration.
I'm wearing that Raymond. Is it Weil or Wheel? How do you pronounce that? You know,
I pronounce it. I don't Raymond. I don't care.
this is
I
actually a
pronounce it.
watch that
I pronounce
surprised
the
me,
full
man.
name as I don't care. I don't care.
No familiarity with the brand.
Oh, I've seen them before, and it's like to me, it's just like somewhere in the neighborhood of Invicta, which is I think even lower than Timex. At
See
least
this?
Timex is at least an honest watch brand. These other guys, eh.
See, this one actually kind of surprised me, man. The quality. This is the freelance, the diver. It's not like one of their
Mm,
gaudy, like the skeleton ones they're really known for.
mhm.
It's not one of those, but it's a nicely made diver, and I would honestly put it. Of course, I'll mention this in my review. I would put it up there probably with like the its closest competition is probably the Rado, like the Captain Cook. Just like
Yeah,
the way the finishing and all that is, and of course like the Oris, the Aquas, and all that. Just because like entry level luxury, you know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
Um, and I was gonna say today's topic, if you want to talk about, was why you should try before you buy, if at all possible. Because there's been a bunch of watches. I mean, I've been able to see a bunch, luckily through the channel, but there's been a bunch of watches that have surprised me whenever I've tried them on that I didn't think I would like at all, or I thought I would like, and I didn't really like. You know.
Okay. Why don't you start off?
For one, the Pelagos, of course, I mentioned that one before. I kind of thought that was going to be like a chunky, kind of heavy watch, but it
Yeah.
wears like it's not even on the wrist. Like I probably will eventually add one to the the keeper collection at some point. What about
Okay.
you?
No, that's never happened to me at all. Not ever.
Never
Not
had.
once. No. I'm
What
just
with
I'm,
it?
I'm just a better collector than you are.
But
Yeah, I'm kidding. Well, and like I said, I had a base logo, Panerai. So
mhm.
a triple zero, and everything about it was nice. It was solid. It had a just an un is pretty darned accurate. Of course, hard to tell a little bit with no second hand, but um, and of course a movement that anyone that would just be cheaply and efficiently serviced anywhere on the planet. Actually, like a watch student within their first year of watch school would be able to fix the damn thing.
Nice.
And but I just put it on, and there's times I just feel it on, and I feel nothing, cold hearted, dead hearted,
Okay.
and yeah,
That's actually one watch that surprised me when I went to Philly. Of course, here at the beach, which I get a lot of people are kind of like here. There's not a lot of authorized dealers around here. You may
right,
live somewhere where there isn't, but like if you go on vacation, like when I went up to Philadelphia, if you get a chance, stop at all the all the boutiques and all the authorized dealers and stuff, and try stuff on. A lot of those places are pretty friendly. They'll let you try stuff on. If they know you're a collector or whatever. And that's how I tried a lot on. Like the Panerai actually surprised me. I never really thought I would like one in person until I, went and tried one on. I do see the allure of Panerai.
yeah. Well, and yeah, and we could probably just go on for the rest of this live stream and just talk about the pros and cons of Panerai because there's so much there to unfold
Yeah.
and consume. But
And then another one was Cartier. I never really thought I'd like Cartier, and I tried on the Santos. And the Santos is actually a pretty nice watch.
right, some say it's the first sports watch, or some say it's the first wristwatch.
Yeah.
Other than like something that that would be worn by a madam in a French whorehouse.
Then actually one that not that I didn't really like, but one that surprised me that I thought I would love was my longtime grill. As you know, I had the El Primero, and
Yeah.
I owned it for about a year, and I just couldn't fall in love with it for whatever reason. It's a great
Yeah.
watch, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my style. Like it was a long time grill, like for years, and I never thought I'd get it, and I finally got it, and I'm just kind of like, meh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I think that's a result of watch owners or collectors not having experience or not really knowing inside what they really want.
Yeah. It might have just been me setting the bar just because, it's kind of like a watch idiot savant watch. And I kind of like the ones that are kind of outside the box a lot. And not every, I mean, it's a known watch, but it's not like, Rolex or whatever.
Right. And actually, wait, let me switch. La di da di da. There we go. That was your chronograph.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it, and it's just like it's like it's about as 70s as an avocado sink and tub in a bathroom. It is horological shag carpet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kind of like the A-Team man almost.
Exactly. Yeah. But on the other hand, I put it on and I look at it. There's just like every time I look down, it's like that's got this little feeling of yep. And it is by no means my most complicated. Of course, it does have a Valjoux, so it's got a manually wound vertical column wheel chronograph movement.
Mm-hmm.
But despite that, the Valjoux, I think it's a 726. But it's not my most exclusive movement. It's not my most prestigious watch. It's not the most expensive. But there's just something. Sometimes I look down at this one, and sometimes it might just be nothing more than it's noticeable. It's a little avant-garde, but doesn't really call a whole lot of attention to itself.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's got contrast, and I think contrast is so important.
Now, another one that surprised me too was the Octo that Rick lent in. That was one that probably would never be on my radar until I tried it on and fell in love with it. That's a killer piece for what it is.
Yeah. The Octo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Speaking of Rick, he's here at the beach now, so him and I may try and get up. I know he's golfing like every day, so between my work and his golf, so
you catch him in the evening or something, or go up,
Yeah, because I was joking with him, man. All of a sudden, the day he got here, it got really cold and windy. I was like, man, you guys bought all that Chicago weather here.
Pretty much. Can you imagine? So, God, well, the trouble is, well, I don't think he brought like 35 of his most exclusive watches with him.
No, yeah. I'm sure he bought a couple.
He's probably got a few with him. He's got 2 or 3 with him.
Yeah, I just saw he got the new Sermon.
Yep.
But yeah, that's and like I hate to talk about Rolex and all that, but Rolex is one that surprised me. Like I kind of had this idea in my head. I guess like a lot of people probably knew, like it's like ultra uber luxury, but it's just like a tool watch. Like it's just like a high end tool watch.
Yeah. Well, it's like, especially.
Like, don't get me wrong, Rolex, it's a great watch. I'm not knocking it, but
well, Rolex used to be a luxury watch, like Mercedes-Benz used to be a luxury car.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes-Benz wasn't luxury cars because they were exclusive, or because they had a lot of cool new features, or whatever. They were designed and built very well in the time. So, especially some of those old, especially if you got like an old Mercedes diesel with a manual transmission. Those things will run
Mhm.
forever.
Yeah, one of my buddies in high school had one of those things, man. Those things are bulletproof.
Yeah.
Had one that I think from the 80s, late 70s.
Yep. Exactly. The high point.
Yeah.
And again, my little sister married extremely well. Married the judge of that county, and and his sister was the only lawyer in town. But well, we go to the garage and it was like his and hers Mercedes. I just went and said, "Lot, well, la-di-da," and he said, "No, no, 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 no. I want to make this clear. We don't get them because they're fancy. We get them these because they're good. These things will run. We have something. We're out here in the middle. We're running and gutting all day,
Hmm.
and especially out here in the middle of nowhere, we need something that we know is going to start up 99 times out of 100 when we turn the key. And that's why we have now. They have Toyotas.
What's up, poor guy? How you doing, bud? Yeah, Toyota, Lexus. Lexus is known as kind of like the Uber luxury kind of now. Notice a lot of people
Lexus,
buying Lexus,
yeah.
which is Toyota's luxury brand.
Yep, upscale.
So,
And I think when it comes around to Mercedes, I think they've lost the durability and the dependability that they used to have.
yeah. Now, did somebody else take them over?
Oh, I think
Was
they
it
joined with Chrysler. I mean, I'm not
Volkswagen?
going to go into all the partnerships they've been in and out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what is going on other watch?
Going on other watches. Like I said, so the Leisure is one.
Can you hear me?
What?
Clyde,
What?
can you hear me, Clyde?
I can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, Chris. For fuck's sake, could you guys
Sorry.
please could you guys please super chat so he'll buy a decent fucking computer for once? Jesus. Lost power this afternoon while he lost internet. So anyway, yeah. It's a Leisure. It's basically the same thing as okay.
There I am. Yeah, sorry. But
All right.
yeah, going back to other watches that surprised you that you tried on, there any others that surprised you that you tried on or you didn't like but you thought you would?
Do. Rolex. I early on I had a Rolex date, kind of like yours. It was, of course, as you know, it's 34 millimeters with the date and double indices. Railroad track dial, and that thing surprised me how well I liked it.
They wear really well for the size.
Yes.
And that's another thing, guys. If you knock like a smaller watch, don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah.
Because you might be surprised.
And people knock the legend. I mean, people basically like to say a lot of older Rolexes are unwearable. They think it's size. I think it's more I think it's legibility in contrast. So many of the older Rolexes, where Rolex trying to make a watch look glitzy on the cheap. So of course you put yellow gold on a champagne dial or white gold on a silver dial, and yeah, it looks pretty especially when they're new. But eventually the white gold dulls a little bit.
Now Rolex does two-tone better than anybody. I will give them that.
No, I mean, no, I disagree. I disagree with that. I think some of those older two tones, and I'm thinking about Datejust, especially the low contrast specials. I think some of those are horrid. I think those are some of the worst designs.
Well, I'm talking about modern, like sub stuff like that, like modern sub.
Poor guy. Okay, Rolex or Ming?
I'd
Um,
say Rolex is a sure bet. I think Ming is a lot of speculation at this point, don't you?
well, okay, but that's kind of talking to computers. Yes, everyone's talking to computers, all dancing to a drum machine. I know I'm living on the outside, scared of being caught between. I feel so alone, isolated, alone in the modern world. Aha! But Sully had a sorry. It's
What's that from?
you know what song you probably don't realize what song I was talking about, do you?
No, what song?
No, I'm not going to tell you. Nope.
uh, which would you say, Rolex or Ming?
Well, it's like Fiat. It's like Fiat or Dodge. It's just like, well, do you want a small car to drive around back streets in Italy? You probably want a Fiat 500. On the other hand, do you need like a large truck to haul lumber around Vancouver? I mean, around British Vancouver, you probably want a Dodge Ram.
Yeah,
Okay,
I gotcha.
poor guy. What? Well, and there is. You'll see this poor Human Touch by Rick Springfield, dude. That's because I didn't sing it. I swear to God, I will. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it right now, and I'll demonetize this fucking stream. I swear to God, I will.
Oh man, but yeah, my thing is Ming is more like dress watches, right?
Man. Yeah. Well, it's kind of I think the designs are kind of neat. I like for me a lot of it. You know, if a watch has a pretty face, I'm willing to overlook a lot.
Mm.
Um,
Now, one that I have not tried on yet is a Reverso. I would like to get a chance to try one of those on at some point because I feel like that would be a cool watch. But I might try it on and I might not like it. You know?
yeah. It's nice. It's compact. And if you can tell. Some guy, like I said, one of the younger guys who got a new sub date. This is like 2 or 3 years ago. I said, "Oh, mind if I look it over?" So I took it off and handed it to him, and he was looking it over. And then it was a duo face. So what I did was just then pulled it out and flipped it over to the second watch face, and it blew his mind. He's like, "Oh my God, how much is that? What does this cost? $80,000?"
Yeah.
Like, well, I think it's a little gauche to discuss money.
Yeah. 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 Like they say, a lot of people that aren't into watches are amazed by the fact that it can flip into another watch.
Oh yeah, blue. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we know what it does, and to us, it's almost like an old party trick. It's like, okay,
Like if I would get one, I would probably get like the classic duo face.
Yeah. I mean, if
Because
you
you
go
get basically 2 for 1, you know?
true. On the on the other hand, if you get the regular one, boy, that's some hellacious protection though when you think about it. And also, you can have a special missions prescribed on the back for someone, or
Yeah.
someone's getting for you. They can prescribe.
What's going on, Flip and Isabel? How you doing, bud? But yeah, I'm trying to think of some other ones that have really. There's been some others that have really surprised me along the way. I just can't think of all of them.
Yeah.
That I've tried on because I've tried on so many different ones.
Now, what's Flipping Zippo saying?
He's willing to overlook a few things for a pretty face. He's talking about Ming, I think.
Oh, okay. I was going to say giant rack. I was going to say giant rack, but we might be talking about something else. Especially when they bounce. I could just sit the watch bounce watch them bounce all day, and it sometimes even really throws me off because I kind of lose concentration while I'm doing, just like ha ha ha.
He said food.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Man.
So yeah, I think. Well, and one of the things I will say about Don, the other people here on the what used to be the Cardinals forum. No, we call ourselves now the Watch Freaks. Carter Santos and Brandon Carmen really nice two-tone. So are Brigade Traditionals and Il Primero two-tones. Rolex does good sports two-tones. It all depends upon what style. Are we talking about two-tone styles? Are we talking about two-tone?
Yeah, that's what Thomas was talking about. I guess he's talking about what we were talking about earlier with the Rolex two-tone.
Okay, yeah. I can't help but think of the Holy Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. I kind of think of it the same way as with two-tone watches.
But
well, and like I said, right now, one of the biggest, hottest things, what everyone's going nuts for right now is the Tudor Black Bay 58. What is it? 925, the silver watch.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really surprised Tudor didn't try to release it in silver and steel or whatever. I'm surprised they didn't do two-tone on that, because that would be literally the cuntiest thing the cuntiest, cheapest, most nastiest vile thing they could do. Wonder what the hell that is for.
I don't know though. Tudor, I think's been doing things right. They've been doing like opposite of Rolex. It seems like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would veer more if you told me I had to choose right now between one or the other. I would probably honestly go towards Tudor.
Or you get the Rolex. So I'll have to flip it on the gray market and then get 2 or 3 Tudors.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, people are complaining that the secondary market is, they're saying the secondary market is really, really filling up with them. So
yeah,
a lot of people may have just been going on charging in the ADs, snatching them up just to resell them. But I kind of hate to say it. That's kind of where the market's going.
Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be a reseller.
Yeah,
a quick buck.
And I'm almost wondering, maybe I should just sell off my bank vault pieces and go, consolidate a little bit and.
What would you get?
Or I don't see, consolidate into one piece, or maybe would it just be? See, that's tough.
Which ones would you sell? The Holy Trinity ones?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He's saying the Tudor 925 is a cracking piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tudor's definitely been doing it right.
Maybe even the rare birds, because those things are going nuts.
Yeah, have you even seen, remember we were talking about the first gen overseas? It's going up now even.
Really?
People are starting to catch. I've noticed it on Chrono 24 for 15 now. Remember before it was 7 or 8?
Yep. And oh yeah, that one, and of course the 321 would be another one. That's the one that everyone's always like, ooh. And yeah, I've got a guy locally now, and sometimes, and I'm back and forth on that one, because it's just like, oh, there's so much equity tied up in that one, but yeah.
How's that Tudor treating you, by the way, Flippin'? Didn't he buy the older Black Bay not too long ago?
Nice.
I think he bought the red version, the red bezel, like the one I used to have, like the black one I used to have.
Yeah. Or maybe take them all and it's consult. Yeah. Of course, the one that everyone really wants is my 321.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, and it's really hard to know where the hell the ball is on that one.
I was thinking, you think maybe our next live stream should be when to sell?
Possibly.
Because I've been contemplating so I know the Alpinist is nowhere near the money what your 321 is, but it's getting up there now.
Yeah.
Even I've been contemplating selling the Alpinist,
or even what the Pogue is doing, or the my little Aquanaut. Oh, you got girl size Aquanaut. Thank you, stupid motherfucker. Go look and see what the 5066A is going for now, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Wow, Flippin' saying he loves that red's his color. Nice, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've been debating on selling the Alpinist. My thing is lately though, like I feel like if I sell it, then I'll regret selling it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And would I regret, or would I? Or the Breguet? Would I just? Oh God, there's this one Breguet. I forgot the serial number because Breguet just does so much weird and wild, funky shit out there. But oh my God, the movement is gold. It's exhibition case back. In the exhibition, it's like, oh my God, that watch is like the perfect mixture of gold and sex and magic. And I keep looking at the back on that one. I'm thinking, oh God, I like it so bad.
Nice. Do you think Breguet is one of those brands that's coming on now?
They're okay, guys. If people know about it, it's going up. Everything is going up. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's something that's brand new and unless if it's in the public consciousness, it's going up. It is such a buyer's market right now, or seller's market right now. Yep.
Everything's going up except my bank account.
Yep. Oh, and sometimes about that. Should I just do that and just get one
one F off piece?
Yeah. Or in the
just get a rainbow Daytona. Say screw it.
Or in the Mosier as well. The Mosier's gone up.
Mm.
Mosier's gone up since I got into that one.
That's because I think Watchbox has been kind of chilled in, hadn't they?
No, well, or it depends what mental level you wants to go. Of course, you go a little bit deeper and realize, well, the reason why, if Watchbox was trying to say Invicta or Squally was the second coming, everyone would, bitch slap Tim and quit listening to him. There has to be something to back it up. And what I think they did was just realized where like Bill Sanders, where the values are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is true.
Yep.
I'm not. You know what I have noticed is Watchbox is starting to carry more Zen lately.
I can see that.
So what?
I can see that.
They're kind of a good value brand. They're not like overly expensive, but they're also, I guess, they could probably get more buyers into their hands, I guess.
All right. Yeah.
Enjoying your Grand Seiko superb finish. Nice. Congrats, Dave.
Yeah.
That's one brand I have yet to have in person is Grand Seiko. I definitely want to experience that at some point.
All right.
Well, we're going on close to half an hour, Clyde. You about ready to call it a day? Unfortunately, I got to get ready for work here shortly.
All right. Well, enjoy. I'll help you.
Jarb.
Well, I realize. I think I realize what it is about the 321. It has a real nice vintage sports aesthetic, but on the other hand, I'm looking at. It's basically I'm getting the same feeling out of this one as I do on that one.
Okay. That's actually a pretty good statement, Flippin'. Bill would be a good fit for Watchbox, I think, don't you?
Yeah. Or to add him to his channel, or to add him to his channel, and just give Bill access. Bill's in Connecticut. I'm sure it wouldn't be that much for him to fly. To take the subway or the train over to Philly and just go in the Watchbox or go in the vault and look around and say, "Hey."
Yeah, he would have a field day.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for coming on. I guess we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Be well.